Well, thank you for having me on this. This is like a new experience for me.
Yeah.
I've never been questioned about what men want in general. I don't know what men want, but I know what I want, and I'm a
Yay.
man.
Good. That
The
your
last time I
opinion
checked.
is very important. And wait, I just want
And
to say one more thing I forgot. This is what men really want. Honest conversations with quality men. So the men on this were actually chosen because I actually thought they're quality men. So it's my definition of what I think is quality, and I believe that you fit that. So
well, again,
unless you
thank
object to
you.
that.
Even something else to say
There
thank
you
you
go.
for. I don't have all the answers, but I have some experience and knowledge about these matters. But I mean, it's all personal
Yeah.
experience, I suppose, and also personal, like what I like as opposed to somebody else. So it's not generic.
Right.
However, there probably are some common threads that you will, by speaking to many different men, you
Yeah.
get a common thread
Exactly.
that runs through. Well, there's many qualities that I like in a woman, and that men would like. I mean, if we can
Well, let's
start with the physical,
Yeah, I was gonna start with the physical. Good job. You got my.
yeah, we're on the same wavelength. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, physical. Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's what initially will attract you
Yeah,
to somebody.
absolutely.
So it's appropriate to address that first. Yeah, so like from a physical point of view, I prefer brunette. Sorry, Joe. But
He said blonde, so you know.
yeah, but I say prefer because I like women. So if the a woman had all the other qualities but happened to be blonde, then I wouldn't discount her. So it's just a preference, and I like her to be around sort of 5'6" to 5'9" because she can wear heels and will be around about the same height as me. So that's quite nice. I like her to be athletic and sporty because I am myself. So
So
you
is
know, I
that
do.
like a figure thing? You want
Yes, it's a
everybody
figure
to
thing. It's a like it's part of what I find attractive. What I find attractive, and because in my youth I was on the British judo team for 6 years. So I'm an ex-athlete myself. You know, put on a few kilos recently in Brazil, but the fact is I still go to the gym regularly and I still have a healthy lifestyle. So I look for the same in a woman. Now, she doesn't have to be ultra sporty and athletic, but she
That's-
still needs to be slim
So that's what I wanted to ask you. So okay,
and,
let's say
and
you have
open
this,
to maybe doing something sporty, you know.
So let's say you have this slim woman, but she makes it very clear she's not into the gym or sport in general.
Yes,
She's
which
just
a lot of
lucky.
women aren't.
With some women are just
Yes.
very lucky.
Right.
But
It's-
you made a point before, which you said, well, they're lucky when they're younger, but they might not be so lucky when they're older.
Yes, because
Because
your metabolism
slows down.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
to do more work.
Yeah. So, well, again, that's like
that a
creating.
lifestyle thing, or is
yes,
that
it is a lifestyle thing. So at the end of the day, I'm attracted
not
to
just
a
how she
woman.
looks.
As a man, I like a woman who lives a healthy lifestyle because it means that she's likely to be in better shape and look better as later in life, maybe in her 40s or 50s.
More. So that's how she looks. But now what about what she does with what she looks like? So hair, makeup,
Yes.
skin,
Teeth.
clothing,
Teeth.
yeah, all
Wow.
that stuff. Nails.
Because
How important are things like that?
Well, as important because I mean, yes, we'll check out your body, but we'll check out your face first.
Right.
And so, if your hair is not looking fabulous and you've not got like nice, clean, white floss teeth,
You're a non-smoker.
yeah, I'm a non-smoker.
Right.
Yeah,
So that's a huge thing. I mean, this.
yes.
I
Oh yeah,
found
absolutely,
this-
100%. I
this
mean,
is a
that
big thing these
discounts
days.
25% of the female population.
Yeah.
So
I have
that's
found that's a big thing these days. I mean, it's become much more of a divide since the non-smoking rules
Yeah.
have taken into effect. Non-smokers are really
yeah, well, that's a non-negotiable
serious
for me.
about right exactly, and I'm the same way. I don't like smoking. And now that we learned all the things about passive smoke, I don't even want it around me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's become a big deal for non-smokers. They always say to me, like, I do not want a smoker. That's a big turnoff.
And also, it's not just a health thing, but it's like a hygiene thing. Like, for example, I mean, I couldn't kiss a woman that smoked because it would make me want to throw up.
Right, yeah.
I mean, never mind that she might smoke in my presence. But, I mean, I know, some women watching this might think that that's a bit obsessive, but it's just what I like.
I mean, I think the world is getting small. People are becoming really aware of this, the health element, what smoking actually does to you.
And if you're looking for a way to kill yourself, I've got a few other
more
methods.
Fun ways.
Yeah, more fun ways. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like jump out of a plane without a parachute. I mean, that's a good way.
Much more fun than
smoking. At least you'll have a hell of a ride on the way down.
Definitely.
Anyway, so just like everything to do with like makeup. Like makeup, I like a more natural look. So I don't like a lot of makeup on a woman.
You're not. I mean, you are the man who's. Everybody says that. It's a more natural thing.
Yes. So like you can still have makeup, especially if you're going out on a night out. You want to have makeup on, but generally speaking, like it's funny because obviously hundreds of years, 300-400 years ago, it was the men that wore the makeup and the women not so much. And then
they wore much more natural makeup.
Yeah. So now, but what I'm saying is that like I know some guys still wear makeup, but the point I'm making is that I like a natural look. So if you're gonna wear a lot of makeup, then please like just tone it down a little bit so you don't look like a drag queen. So
okay. So what about I mean one of the things I tell women is
nothing against drag queens.
No, of course you're just not into that. Is like smoky. Show off your eyes. Show off your eyes. Is that
the eyes?
Like that?
Yeah. Well, to me, like the two things that I'm most attracted to are your eyes. So yes, obviously your eye makeup has to be pretty good.
Yeah, stop looking.
And but I think the thing I like most is somebody small. So like that's why your teeth are so important.
Okay.
And the smile highlights your energy, and I'm very much like into people's energy because in case you don't know, everything is energy. So but the smile like gives you an indication of how strong somebody's energy is and how fun, happy, and positive.
So is that something you're looking for? Like we were talking about dating apps just before. Is that something you look at for
absolutely?
Photos?
If this
on swipe apps, it's not about writing.
Yeah, but you'll be surprised how many women on apps or on pictures don't smile. They pout. So like and for me,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
that is.
And the thing is, like, that's okay. So you can have a couple of pics of you pouting, but like, please smile at least once.
So is that's
that gives me an indication of.
Can we throw in a pouting picture just to get it out of our system, and then put like smile pictures around it?
Yeah, because like
one pouting
smiling is not only do you look more beautiful, but
some look good pouting. We like to think.
Yes.
All the supermodels pout.
Yes, but that's giving like. Okay, pouting is more for like being sexy. And
do we want one pouting picture?
Yes, of course.
One pouting picture, and then the rest are.
Now, if you just want to come across as like somebody who's just a sexual person and nothing else, then just pout all the time.
Yeah, but that men will treat you that way.
Yes. Put pictures on there that don't look like you. Right. Even though it might be you, and the light just hit you, and you look like Cindy Crawford or one of the supermodels, but you actually don't in real life. Don't put that on there because there's expectations of you looking like a supermodel, and if you don't turn up looking like a supermodel, like the guy's not gonna be like excited, is he?
Yeah.
But that's just another thing. But anyway, it's a small thing.
Okay.
But
if a man's looking for a serious relationship with a woman. Like there are some pictures where they show off a lot of certain body parts, like either a boobylicious pic, or a pic in a bikini.
Okay. So that just gives a message that you are easy, and that you are maybe just looking for some fun. So, I mean, we've already talked about the energy thing. Because that's something.
What is the energy thing?
Well, the energy thing is something you can't see, but it exists because everything is energy.
Is
well, the energy is chemistry. It's like it's related to your personality, your charisma, and that's obviously part of like your smile. But the aura that you give off, it's like it's a thing that people are are subconsciously attracted to, which they have no idea because they can't see the energy, so therefore they don't think it exists.
What is that aura, that the ideal?
Well, it's like it's normally associated to people like are in show business. You know, people like movie stars have that charisma because they have a very powerful energy, and that's normally associated to people that are fun, happy, positive.
Okay,
people.
So this is where
who are open-minded.
Happy, positive, open-minded. Those features just get mentioned every single time.
Yes.
I mean,
open-minded because
that's really important.
I am myself, and I'm not talking about open-minded about sex. I'm talking
but
about
both.
But
I mean,
I'm just talking. Yes, well, it does. But I'm not just talking about that because obviously, like, you know, when people hear the word open-minded, they're going, "Oh, well, you know, it means that." But no, it actually means just in life in general. It's like, you know, as an entrepreneur, I'm open to new ideas all the time. Otherwise, I can't do a new business venture.
Right.
So it's the same thing with, you know, so if I'm with somebody who has a closed mind, who's got blinkers on, then I can't, it's difficult to communicate with that person, especially if it's over a long period of time.
So fun, happy.
Yes.
Open-minded.
Exactly. They have to be...
Charming?
Yeah, personality, like they have to be... Ideally, there'd be somebody that makes me laugh. But even if they can't make me laugh, they at least make me smile, you know.
And laugh at your jokes.
Yes, exactly. Like, even if they're not, like, funny naturally, they can do stuff to make me smile. Or as you say, even laugh at my jokes. And I would find that, you know, amusing that they were laughing at my jokes. And I might even know that they're not necessarily that funny. But anyway, that's the sort of thing that I mean. But yeah, because not every woman is naturally funny. Otherwise, they'd all be stand-up comedians. Which
and actually, that has a lot of the women who are stand-up comedians have more of a masculine energy.
Yes, they do. It's true. It's very true.
Can we break down what a feminine woman is? Because I think you have a good vision of what that is like.
Well, we talked about it from a physical point of view earlier. About how you should... Okay, so I have
we didn't talk
an
about
opinion.
feminine dress, for example.
No, yes, like colors, for example. I like women in, like, summer colors. You know, so in other words, not just black and white. I know I'm wearing black and white, but I'm a guy, it's different.
Me too.
I don't wear sort of floral prints and stuff. Otherwise, that would be...
I don't know about floral prints. I haven't.
So, but what I'm saying is that's all very feminine, isn't it? So if you look corporal all the time, then that's not feminine.
Right.
So being feminine is like showing off your figure in a sort of, you know, discreet, sexy way.
Okay.
So just enough to, like, for us to be curious about what the rest of it looks like. Yeah, so give us a little bit just to arouse our imagination. Exactly.
Okay.
To get our imaginations going. And then hopefully we'll see the rest later.
Okay. Yeah. Not like intrinsic internal qualities, her personality.
Yes. Well, again, you know, if somebody's got something interesting to say, in other words, they've got stories of their own to tell, and they're not just relying on mine all the time. So they've got, you know, that's why, you know, like when you travel, you become more interesting because you have more memories,
More experiences,
and more experiences to talk about.
Yeah.
And likewise, so what I'm saying, you become much more multi-dimensional. So like, and so for example, if you're really, like, you could be really smart and be really successful in your career, but like that's it. Like you don't know anything else, or you don't really, your life doesn't really have anything out of any substance outside of that. So that would like be quite hard to.
And that's being interesting, isn't
yes,
it?
It's by being interesting. Yes, being interesting. So again, you don't need to be like really funny, but if you've got some really interesting stories, normally there'll be some funny antidotes, you know, attached to those stories. There is in mine. So that's part of it. Yeah.
And what about, so there's being interesting,
yeah,
but there's also being interested.
Yes.
What about her attention on the man? Like,
Yes.
how?
Okay. So neither one of us have got our phones
Yeah,
near
we
us.
have no
but
choice. It's not allowed.
now I'm old school. So like
Uh-huh.
like if you look at your phone while you're in my company, unless it's an emergency. Now this is on the basis this is after work hours, so this is social time. Like if you start texting your other friends while you're with me, that's game over.
That's a turn off.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
I
like
know men who do that.
yes,
I
no,
do
I,
find it
like
annoying.
a lot of people are addicted to their
Yeah.
smartphones, and that's a big problem today. It's also a big problem in even meeting people, because like women go say, why I never meet any like guys that I like, because you're constantly looking at your phone when you're walking down the street. How do you know the man of your dreams didn't just walk past
I
you?
know, yeah, it's true.
You
Yeah.
don't, because you just missed him. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's just the way it is. And so, you've heard of things like surfing, blackout, and all that.
Yeah.
Like, people are just like they zoom. It's almost like they go into their phone,
Yeah.
and they kind of go into this kind of like a black hole, basically, and then they come out of it an hour later, and they go, oh, well, where did that hour go?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just So
What's
don't. Yeah, that's just a mega turn on. Yeah.
Okay.
But but men and women are guilty of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying the femininity is something where they've got a kind heart, they're generous, they're caring, they're a nurturer.
Okay, so that's what I was.
So which
that's what I
relates
was
to your mom,
hoping.
doesn't it? I mean, because your mom
Right.
like takes care of you when you're a kid, right? So.
So are those qualities something that men want from a woman?
Yes,
woman that kind of looks
absolutely.
After,
I mean,
I
I don't want to date my mum. I'm
Right.
just saying that, like, the certain qualities that your mum would have given you the image of her femininity when you were young.
So
those are still in your programming.
Right. So that's
Yeah.
a woman that can look after you.
Yes, exactly. So a nurturer, somebody
like-
that will take good care of you. Like, for
Right.
example, like
Like you're not feeling well.
like
and
if
she
you've got a
comes over
sore
with-
back and you go, oh, babe, could you just
Yeah.
go grab me something over there, or
Yeah.
could you make me something to eat? Would that be
Yeah.
okay? And in a nice way, not ordering them around. And then that she would be sympathetic and go, oh, right, okay, you take it easy, darling. Yeah, like till your back gets better.
So not to
You
make
know.
all women go out and take cooking classes, but
No.
that whole thing about
No,
the way to
I
his
don't.
heart. the way
I'm
to
not
his
looking
heart-
for somebody that cooks, by the way, because I'm a good cook myself.
Oh, right. Okay. So I was going to ask you that. So that whole.
So
the
that's
way
why
to
it
his
wasn't on
heart-
my list.
Okay.
Because
would you let-
but yeah, I mean, obviously, because if you're going to live together
Right.
eventually, you got to eat, right? And I want to eat well.
Yeah.
And so
So
yeah.
that is a quality like a man.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like she has to want to eat healthy, but I want to eat delicious,
Yeah.
tasty, healthy food.
Uh-huh.
Not the rubbery stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Not into that, but there is ways of making food taste really nice. That's healthy.
Absolutely. So is there an age appropriate kind of thing? Like, if she's in her 40s.
Not really, because because I'm more in tune with people's energy, and like for me it's about your energy. Like if you have a strong youthful energy, then you can be 50, then that's cool. But but on the flip side, I've met people who are
30 and have
25,
Right.
and they want to go to bed like before like Cinderella.
By
Before
midnight.
midnight, yeah. So it's like,
So that's appropriate for a 40-year-old, but not appropriate
but
for
generally
a
speaking,
25-year-old?
and I hate to generalize, but generally speaking, just from because of being born and brought up. Like for example, David Bowie died a few weeks ago, right? Well, I was brought up listening to that as a teenager, so I relate to him. In fact, I'm amazed at how many young people related to him. But anyway, that's what I'm saying is that lots of things like music and memories and all that kind of stuff from say the 70s and 80s, like I lived that. That was, but people who are slightly younger, who were born in the 80s or late 70s, would not relate to that so easily. So yeah, so in other words, what I'm saying is I think women's signals are way too subtle for men.
Yeah, I think women think they're being really obvious.
Yeah, like they might flick their hair and be like going, like men don't
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
means they're flirting with you or they're interested, they like you, it's too subtle for men.
Okay,
Men are like, we need like a clear signal. You know, it's not a foghorn either. Like just a clearer
What does
signal.
that look like? Break it down for us women, because I'll tell you, like, some women don't know what that clear signal. We think we're being clear.
Yeah, I
the
know,
men are
but
not
it's
getting
no.
it.
The thing is, we're not taught at school or at any stage
Yeah.
what those signals are.
Yeah.
So we don't know what that is.
So what can she do to make her, like, show herself as she
Well,
is?
she definitely has to give longer eye contact.
Okay.
And I don't mean staring at somebody like weird in
Like-
a weird way. Yeah, like
Not that.
No, but just you know, or even just you know, you could just even go like that and smile.
Okay.
You know, without you looking like it doesn't. That doesn't mean that you are easy. It just means you're giving somebody a clear signal that
Yeah.
it's okay to come over. I like you.
What about her being like
Yeah, she can do that too.
Smiling,
Yeah,
yeah.
if she's confident enough to go like that. Most women aren't.
right?
But if you are, great. I mean, that's as clear can be. You know, but
I
probably
think
most women
women
would.
can usually pull that off.
Yeah, exactly. But I think women. I mean, if women are now, you know, they've got this in. You know, they're independent now, and they've got the equality. Like, why should they not be like assisting in the process? Like, because it's down to us. Now, I'm very confident, so I can walk up to women and say, "Hi, how are you?" But a lot of guys, they don't have the confidence.
Yeah, no, and
so therefore, women are not necessarily meeting the guys that they want to meet, because the guys that they probably like are not confident enough, and we all know women are attracted to confident men. So there's lost opportunities there. So like, why? I mean, I wouldn't think anything wrong of a woman in the 21st century if we were in a party and she was, you know, like a few feet away and she just went.
Well, what about her just coming closer to you?
Yeah, or she
starting
could
a
even come up to
conversation?
me and say, "Hi, how are you? Like, I noticed you from the other side of the room."
She doesn't even have to do that. She could just be like,
Or just, "Hi,
Yeah.
you know, I haven't met you
Like
before.
the
What's your
shirt.
name?" Yeah, I like your shirt. Yeah, like what guys do for women.
Yeah.
You know, I like your dress. You know,
Yeah.
what a beautiful.
it's a very, you know,
Yeah.
so that's okay. A woman approaching a man.
Absolutely, and that's
Right.
a that's
And
a,
this is
that's a
coming from a
much
masculine man.
that's a much clearer signal for a
Right.
man.
Uh-huh.
This flicking your hair and crossing,
Yeah.
you know, like crossing your legs one way or the other. Like,
Right.
we're not watching all of that.
Right.
That's
yeah, of course. That's very subtle. So now, if attractive women will often have men pushing, like wanting to get intimate quicker than she wants to.
yeah.
Is
Very naughty.
does that mean he doesn't respect her or think of her as a long-term partner? Or does that mean
Yeah,
he just, you know, will just try and see what happens kind of thing?
Yeah. If a man is pushing really hard to have sex with you, he probably is not really interested in having a long-term relationship with you. Just wants to have sex.
Okay.
So, which is obviously it's a primal instinct for us men.
Right.
And as often as we can. But if you're really looking for a special relationship with a special person, then I don't even know why a woman would want to date a guy that did that.
Right. So if
Personally.
he's, so that's actually a good hint.
It's a good hint for her
that,
that-
he's not interested in anything more.
Yeah, because I mean, and again, I don't know, you know, what age group that this is going to feed
Yeah.
out to, but I mean, you know, like the
30
kind
plus.
of people that I would be surrounding myself with, they wouldn't act or behave like that
Right.
anyway. But
Okay.
if they did, I would know that they weren't serious about
Yeah.
having a relationship. They were just maybe just wanting to have some fun.
Okay.
And then that's cool. Also, that's cool. And as long as you're transparent and upfront about that, and so that I know to go look elsewhere.
Right, because I don't think women are respected for just
Yes.
having fun. I don't think, you know.
No, they
that's-
don't. If you're talking
I
about
don't think men actually respect women who just have fun.
right, so
Unfortunately,
just
I mean,
like in the workplace, in the business environment, if a woman walks in and she's, you know, like overly sexy and showing too much skin, she's not going to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
Right. So it's the same in a
Men want their
relationship.
partners to be more pure, let's say, or I mean, not in no way a virgin, because these days it's like not, but they want her to be, let's say, more selective.
Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
say
obviously,
selective.
I mean, I'm not, just to make this perfectly clear, I'm not looking for a virgin.
Yeah, I don't think any man really is, especially not at the age you're looking at.
Yeah.
But selective, you were looking for a woman who is selective.
Yes. Yeah,
And I
because
think
it makes
most
me
men
feel like you've...
more secure.
Yeah, it makes me feel much better about myself.
Right.
That if I think that, hey, out of all the men on the planet, you've chosen me.
Right.
As much as I've chosen you, you've chosen me. You want to be with me. So there's all that psychology that goes on, and I think that's maybe why a lot of people are insecure in relationships, because their partner doesn't make them feel like that from very early when they meet them, where you're just another choice.
Well, that's the other thing I want to ask. You're a busy man, and you know that you're on the apps, and lots of men are on the apps.
Very distracting.
Yeah, it's very distracting.
In fact, I delete. Sometimes if I'm really busy, I'll delete the app from my phone.
Okay.
Just because it's such a distraction.
Right. I mean, and I've like just recently signed up, and I'm just like, okay, you're just bombarded. There's just so much choice.
Yeah.
So how do you? So I mean,
but men are easily distracted too. By the way, this is one of our Achilles' heel. Is that if you put us in a room, like if you in a party, if you put us in a room like with 100 beautiful women, we'll just like. We won't be able to like think rationally or straight. It would just like our hormones will be going so crazy that we just we'll start talking to that one, or we'll go, oh well, I like that one, or wait a minute, I like that one. No, well, I think I prefer that. And we'll just like it would just become a haze.
Right. So what is
so we get distracted easily. So the app thing.
How does a woman keep you? Let's say you meet a guy in an app. How do you like?
A girl.
Sorry, you meet a girl in an app. I'm saying the woman meets a guy in the app. I'm asking you about from the woman's perspective.
Sure.
Because obviously, like everybody is on the app. A lot of my clients are on the apps. Yeah. Everybody, it's very normal.
Yeah.
If the guy is like not in contact that much, what should she do to remind him of her?
Well, I think. I mean, it's very different.
Contact if he was.
It's very different. It's very different. Like. Online dating to dating in the real world, as I call it. So I don't know what the protocol is for online dating, but I mean, it's just the same as if you had met somebody at a party and you text them and they took 3 days to reply back to your text. It means they're just not interested.
Right. Okay. But
or they've put you in the friend zone, or they've got 10 guys that are ahead of you. And therefore, so you're number 11, and so you're in the pecking order. So like, unless the 10 of the other guys like drop dead, so you might have a chance.
Or I mean, for the girl, from a girl's point of view, she might have just not felt like this guy.
Yes, or like exactly. She's just got other options.
Thinking, she's thinking this guy's probably a player. He's out there.
Exactly.
With
so
those
she's
options.
Discounted you from not being in the number 1 or 2 spot for whatever reason.
Has your attention.
Yes.
But I think I think if I was teaching men, it would be easier almost than in some things like that with attention. But I think men lack attention in general.
Well, we have to we still have to do the majority of the chasing anyway. So irrespective of whether it's online or in the real world.
So if he doesn't chase, he's not interested.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. If you text a guy and he doesn't reply back within unless he's traveling or something like that, if he doesn't reply back within 24 hours, he's not vaguely interested in you whatsoever.
Okay, but let's say he does reply back, but he doesn't set a meeting date.
It means he's not interested in. It means that he's just kind of like, he's just keeping you as an option. That's not really that he's waiting for something better or so. I don't know, but and with the online stuff, I think it's there's a couple of things. It's easy to get phone numbers,
right,
but it don't mean nothing. I mean, the thing is, you need to get a phone number and meet the person within the same week.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's it. It's not happening.
Right.
So there are definitely timescales on meeting up with people on these, because there is so much choice.
So if it doesn't,
because every day you get like another 100 or new people to chat to or whatever, and it's just like a candy store full of
Right.
women.
So he needs to actually progress it. So let's say
Yeah,
they
you have to
a
do
date.
it like quite quickly for both reasons. For
Let's
both
say
sides.
they have a date and it
Yeah.
goes really well, and
Yeah.
they're talking about another date,
Yeah.
but then they never actually set a date for the next date. What is that?
Well, that means somebody's not interested then, because you would be
What
discussing.
if both parties say they're interested, but somehow the date's not being set?
Oh well, they're just not interested enough.
Right. Okay.
Right,
So there
so-
is that enough.
So there is some interest.
Right.
Otherwise, they wouldn't discuss
Right.
this second date.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't happen, it means that again, like
If a guy was
the
really
man might have been
interested-
distracted by another lady that's
Or
caught her
work,
eye,
or
somebody else, and vice versa. I hope that's been of
Very
help
good.
to you
Thank
and
you
to your
so
audience.
Much. Thank you so very much. That was very useful. Is there anything you'd like to finish, add, whatever, give women to remember at the end of it, or do you feel like you said everything?
No, I think I've said it quite a lot. Women are my favorite subject anyway, so.